how is it going to go? Let me pause the music or rather get it a little bit less loud for me at least. Yeah, so here we are, another day and another update for Mega Mage, the game that I've been working on for like 6, 7, yeah, probably like that months now, or maybe even 8. But I'm way too quiet. Okay, am I way too quiet now? Yeah, this is an incredible start, right? Okay, so I should be better now. Yeah, 7, 8, 9. No, I don't know how long I've been working on the game, but it is have been a while. I think yeah, I started like probably last month, previous year, so it's like 7 months. Yeah, okay, so today I have a lot of things to show. Well, not a lot of things, but very interesting things. Because I reworked them. Well, I'll be showing you, but I basically reworked the way spellcasting works, and I also introduced a new feature that I'm gonna be showing you. Also, let me say hi first. So Randomous Bozo, I think you would prefer me calling you L, isn't it? So what's up? Welcome to the stream. Also, Taco's Brain, you say you're crafty. Alrighty, so I'll be calling you crafty, okay? So welcome to the stream. And Godfather is over here. What's up, Godfather? Welcome, welcome. And Nicked, of course. What's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, let's get over here and let me share my screen and show you what I've been working on. So here, main, you should be able to see now the screen, right? So here, let's start. Yeah, so the last stream I talked about basically getting rid of the weapons, so there are no more weapons in the game. Like they're at least not the ones that you can use. You can't use weapons. Maybe there will be some enemies in the future, I'm not sure yet, that will be using weapons, but you don't have weapons. So that's it. Also, I think last week I also talked about another couple of things, but yeah, that's the past. It's not very important. So the first thing that I want to show you is how the spellcasting works now. And before I do that, I actually am curious. So you changed your language from Java to C# now, Crafty. And what IDE did you choose to use now? Because you were saying on Discord that you wanted to try either Rider or VS Code, and you have used both, but we're not sure what to use. So I'm curious, what did you pick? And I also like recently discovered, well, you know that VS Code is open source, kind of. It's open core, so the core of it is open source. But what when Microsoft is distributing Visual Studio Code, they are putting their layer of telemetry, like tracking you, and their branding on top of it. But the core is open source, so you could actually like compile it yourself, and it would be like the same thing, but without what Microsoft adds, which is not a lot. Or you could get VS Codium, which is basically the same thing, just pre-compiled for you. Well, anyway, I hope that is useful for you. And yeah, let's get to the casting thing. And oh yeah, one more thing that I wanted to talk about, or that I wanted to like ask you, is which time of streaming do you like most? Like the time that I start streaming now? Like this is the general time that I always start at, or you would prefer the time that I started last week? Because last week I started like 3 hours earlier than normal, and I really enjoyed that schedule. So if you would prefer that, let me know, because I would switch. I could switch. Well, if, I should probably do a poll, right? But yeah. What's up, Born? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Okay, so the system now works this way. So you have your spells as normal, and once you select something, you're gonna get it like as normal, right? But then you can upgrade it as you could do in other updates. There was an update where you could upgrade stuff, so that is back. Now you can upgrade your spells again, and it's going to show you in numerals which kind of upgrade you have applied in your current spell. So you can see I have the magic bolt or magic projectile at level 2, and with another combination I can get it to level 3, and this is going to change how much damage I'm dealing. And actually, let me get my my background over here. It's gonna remove. Godfather, you say last week timing. Nick, you say for me both work. Okay. And Born, you say honestly don't care. Both work, to be honest. Okay. And Nick, you say yeah, I can start a poll after the stream. Yeah, it's better democracy, right? Because I really like the other time, like starting a little bit earlier, so I can like start before eating my lunch, and I have more energy, and I can like enjoy the peace after my lunch. So yeah, yeah, that's one part of the system. And now I introduced modifiers. I think last week I talked about modifiers, but I have changed. According to Nick's feedback, dude, you are the only one that always sends feedback, and it's super valuable always. So thank you once again. Yeah, so now there are 3 modifiers, and the modifiers are different. So what we had before, it doesn't matter. Now we have 3 different. Let me just get rid of these guys, and I'll be showing you with more. Like more detained, with more detail, and a little bit slower, so I can show you everything in peace. Oh, also, I don't know if you saw this, but the way mana works is a little bit different too now. So I actually did work. I actually did add many things this update. So let me show you. I just want to get rid of this. Okay. What's up, Mijo? Welcome to the stream. You say, we are Minecrafting. Awesome. So, did you start another like save with new mods? Because I think you were talking about create or something like that. So did you start it again, or is it the same world that you were playing on? And Born, you say, dude, I found while looking through free VSD docs, I can call Kern reboot. I want to try, but it's dangerous. What is that? I'm not sure what's that, Born. So if you could give me a little bit of context of what is free VSD. On Kern reboot, I'd guess like that's for rebooting the kernel. But what for? And you can say so is over here. It says hello, Roman. What's up? You can say so. Welcome. How's it going, dude? Okay. So now that we are not fighting against these guys, let me show you what are the 3 different modifiers that you can apply to your spells. So we have them. Let's just fire the flame wave. So you can see there are 3 icons. The icons are just temporary. I didn't really want to make new ones for this because I was just trying. So I am going to change all of the UI in the next version, the next big version. I'm gonna be changing all of the UI. So don't care about how this looks now. Just care about the functionality, okay? And you can say, it's been a long time since I've been here. Yeah, and it's good to have you here. How's it going? What can you say? What have you been up to? And Born, you say, reboots the system from the kernel level. It does save stuff, but a higher level function quits every app, so progress is saved. Yeah, and yeah, no main menu for now. No main menu for now. But it is gonna be soon because I have to like redesign the whole UI. So once I do that, and I have, I think that's one of the. Let me show you the Notion. Okay, I have 3 things in doing, and after that comes redesigning and implementing UI. So main menu is the closest it has ever been to being implemented. And me always say the Roman server. Yeah, but I didn't really know if you started it again or like you started the same server but in a different world, like restarting it, or is the same exact save that you have been playing for like a year now. And you can say, so you say, then my stream character is still Aura. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. And you say, yeah, I just finished my exam and I'm free at last. Awesome. Enjoy the free time, dude. And you say it's the same one. It's fun. Awesome. Dude, I always say that I want to try it, but I never do. And to be honest, it's just I am too lazy to add the mods and enjoy. But I have SK Launcher. I have SK Launcher now. So maybe one day I'll join. Okay, so here you can see there are 3 modifiers. So the first one is spread, which was already in the game, but now spread, the only thing that spread does is going to work like pretty universally the same in all of the spells. It's just going to change the amount of projectiles that you're going to be using, and it's going to spread them. It's not going to go directly to where you aim. It's going to be spread. Also, modifiers are no longer stackable. They are just one thing that you can apply and or not. And the other 2 are the seek modifier, which, dude, is I'm gonna show you. It's very nice. I personally love this one. Yeah, I'm gonna show you, but it's basically makes the projectiles that you fire follow enemies. So if you fire far away from the target, or you didn't directly fire to the target, it's going to get a target and follow it until it reaches it. So it's pretty awesome. You'll see, and it has some pretty cool things that you can do when you cast spells that go through enemies. Dude, you're gonna love this. And also we have condense, which is basically making your spell concentrated. So for example, on the flame wave, which is not really intuitive what it does, instead of doing a flame wave, you're gonna concentrate all the power of that flame wave into a smaller projectile. So it's basically these modifiers are basically changing the way you cast your spells, and the upgrades are like upgrading your spells. But you can use different modifiers together, and they are planned to work with each other. So, dude, I think you will like this. Let me show you. So first things first is you have to get mana, and the way that you get mana now is basically on kill. So now it's no longer on hit. You get mana on kill. So yeah, let me get some kills over here. And I'll show you the modifiers. Okay, so the first one is pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna get the modifier. Also, one thing I also added, because I think Nick, you talked about this like a couple of times, is making the magic projectile have a little bit of a push. So now it does push. It is very a very weak push, but it does push. Okay, let's go with the first modifier. The first modifier is, that I'm going to show you at least, is seek. So if I fire this to over here, for example, over here, you see it's gonna follow it. Maybe I'm not doing the best demonstration over here. So let me get it first. You see? Well, it's easier to show you if I don't point directly at them. So let me show you this way. I hope you were able to see that, but basically the projectiles are following targets. So let me get a little bit more mana so I can combine the next modifier with this one. So the next modifier I'm gonna show you is, well, let me first read what you're saying. Yeah, it's homing. Yeah, basically that. It's the same one. It's fun. Fire, homing. Let's go. And Miho is saying, nice. So what if I make my fire wider on denser? I thought about doing that, and since it's the basic thing, dude, we could do that. And if you, I'm gonna be releasing a version of the game, probably this weekend. So if you'd like to try that, and you think it would be better to make the spread modifier actually extend the flame wave further, I'm up to do it. But tell me if you like what's already implemented, and if you don't really like how it works with spread now, we can change it. Godfather, you say integrating Steamworks SDK with Unity multiplayer. Awesome. Oh, also, I considered, like, I was thinking about making the game multiplayer, not like defining that it's not going to be a multiplayer. Like, it's just so much work, and I have so many things to do. So I'll reconsider it once it's done, but it's probably not going to be multiplayer. Thank you for the compliment of my pajama. May I flip up the hood? No, dude, why do you want to see the hood? You already saw it. I think it's well, yeah, one more time, but I'm not going to do it anymore. I don't really like it, okay? Alrighty. So this next modifier was already implemented before. So it's just making the projectile spread, right? And it can be combined, like the modifiers can be combined. So for example, you could do 3 projectiles and they're gonna have the seek modifier too. So it's gonna follow entities around, and it's gonna get to objectives, or like get to targets. So I think that's pretty cool. Like, just the combination of like being able to combine these things is what makes them more fun, even though the modifiers like separately are pretty fun to use. Okay, so yeah, those are 2 other modifiers. But let me show you, for example, what happens when you use the seek modifier, which is like basically homing, with the flame wave, because the flame wave goes through enemies. So this is what happens. Pretty cool, right? Dude, I fucking love it. So it was pretty easy to code. I just coded the behavior of homing, and things like this started happening like just because I did it. So it's super nice to see, because I didn't really like code this exactly. I just coded homing. Yeah, let me get rid of these guys, and I'm gonna show you the rest in another environment. And yeah, here it's I'm not sure which season we are, to be honest. We are in transitioning to what's the coldest of them all? Like I forget the names in English. It's well, the coldest season. I don't remember. Yeah, emergent behaviors. Nice. So the thing that I was talking about, the mana, is now you can see like it's gonna be yeah, winter. Sorry, dude. I just forgot the name of winter. So yeah, it's a little bit cold now. We're transitioning to winter, so it's gonna get a lot colder. And Asnok is over here. Says, oh me, no miss this time. Oh. This is good news. Good to have you here, Asnok. But dude, you haven't been missing the like any streams. So congrats. And we have like the whole regular crew over here. Because yeah, I see Born, Nicked, Miho. It's very, very nice to see you guys over here. Godfather. Alrighty. So, yeah, the thing that I was talking about is the mana is no longer like just a regular bar that you have. Is gonna be like segments of a bar. So, how does it work? Basically, you're not going to use, like, the same as before. You're not going to use mana for casting nor upgrading, but you are going to use it for modifiers. So you could upgrade things to the max level, and it's not going to use mana at all. You see? Like, I can upgrade things, and it's not going to use mana. But if I want to apply modifiers, I am going to need mana. And it is intuitive because it's always the same rule. You need one per thing that you want to use. So if I want to apply one modifier, I'm going to need one of those segments of mana, which you get from killing enemies. And it's also easier to get the calculation of how much is it going to cost you to recast stuff, because basically the spell is going to cost 1, the modifiers are going to cost 1, and the upgrades are going to cost 1. So for example, if you wanted to cast a regular spell, or recast a regular spell, it's just going to cost you one of those segments. If you wanted to cast a spell with a modifier, it's going to be two segments. A spell with an upgrade and a modifier is going to be 3. You know, like, it's going to be super straightforward. And yeah, like that's in terms of how mana works now. And yeah, one more thing about mana is that you're gonna be able to kind of get a larger number of segments that you can have, or like you can like accumulate once you battle bosses. In the real game, like in the full release, I plan to tie them like giving you more of these segments. Like that's gonna be tied to the lieutenants, like the bosses of the game. So each time you beat a boss, you're gonna get more bars that you can use for recasting stuff and for accumulating mana. And for now, it is implemented in the game that each time you beat the big boy, you're gonna get 2 extra segments. No cheese though, yeah. No cheese. And Nick, you say, rare to see everyone with weekly streams. Yeah, it's pretty uncommon. So thank you for joining. It's really, really nice to have you all over here. And as long as you say, how longer will gonna be stream? How long will it be? It's gonna be like an hour. Like all of the streams that I've been doing recently are just like an hour. So maybe half an hour more. I don't think it's gonna be longer than that. Maybe 10 minutes longer, but not that many. And Born, you say, oh my lord, it's 37 out. Wow. Dude, I'm enjoying the cold, so I'm not gonna say anything. I don't wanna cause you envy. I'm not sure if you like cold or hot weather more, but well, there's benefits to both. Bro, talking about some modifiers while motherfuckers are gambling. Well, it is what we do over here, so as expected. All right, So the other modifier is not present on this spell, so I'm gonna switch spells. And yeah, it is condensed. So for example, this is the regular version of the flame wave. And when you do the condense modifier, it's going to turn it into a projectile. It's gonna be like deal not exponentially, but a ton more damage compared to the non-condensed one. And keep in mind that these things work together. So if you were to do upgrades, it's going to upgrade the condensed version of that projectile. And if you go and do Seek, for example, you can still do that. And I can apply the spread modifier, for example, and it is going to work like this. Oh, shoot. What happened? Oh, I didn't apply the other modifier. Yeah, let me get out of here. So yeah, now there are projectiles. It's just gonna be super expensive if you want to try and cast all of them all the time. It's just gonna get expensive. But if you do like kind of a mix and you're constantly in battle, I think it's gonna be pretty easy to balance. And if not, I'll figure something out. Maybe make you start with more mana, or make the enemies give more mana. But I generally think it's the best system so far that we have come up with. I always bet on black. And Nepal is over here too. What's up, Nepal? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here, dude. How is it going? How's it going, Nepal? How's the streaming going? How's the gaming going? And Born to say I have to go. Need to finish schoolwork. Yeah, no worries, dude. Best of luck with the schoolwork, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Take care. And Asno, you say, hey, Romango, November. What 2003 this happened? What happened in 2003? In November? I was born. That's what happened. Now please say I'm good. How about you? Well, I'm very glad that you're good. I'm doing fantastic. Fantastic. Edit the avatars. You can go to the extension, ! extension to do that, Asnok. Yeah, please say I've been messing with MCP servers. Got an A-Sprite one. Nice. All right. So let's see. Let me show you like the combinations with all of the other spells, because yeah, with spread, for example, in this one you're gonna like have a different combination. Probably this can be tweaked so they're a little bit more spread, but they generally like just work. And for example, the upgrades now, because the upgrades are here again. Oh, are basically going to make this grow. So you can see it is a ton, a lot more stronger. And the same applies for everything, dude. Like it's pretty modular. So whatever you think can be done for a spell, it can like or whatever sort of modifiers you want to apply to a spell, you can. There are some exceptions, like for example, you can't really condense the magic projectile, but that's it. Like with all of the other spells, you can apply whatever modifier. So for example, if you wanted to apply Seek to the Frozen Mine, you can do that, and the projectiles are going to follow targets. Like it's pretty modular, pretty cool. And yeah, I think you get the idea. It is going to work the same, like it's super universal on the way it works. So whatever modifier you want to use, you're gonna be able to do it. So for example, this is how Condense looks like with the Arcane Spear. It changes a little bit of how it works, and it's way more like condensed. or like it uses less area, you know, but it's way stronger. Oh, Asno, you say, I wanted the specific date though. Please, what November 2003? 14th of November. 14th of November 2003. That's why. That's my date of birth. And Godfather say, what I can do with that gold? You can get like things, cosmetics for your avatar. And I think that's it. Maybe like just play some games, some mini games, but that's it. Yeah, let me get rid of these guys. Let me make some upgrades. Right. Okay, so there's one more thing that I wanted to show you. Because, yeah, you get the idea now that we have the modifiers, we have the upgrades back, and the mana works a little bit different now, which is just segmented now. Yeah, the list of modifiers. I can give you the list of modifiers now if you'd like. So the modifiers are just 3. There is spread, which is going to like have you fire more projectiles. Yeah, I can show you. Like this is no spread. This is how it looks, and this is how it looks with spread applied. You know, so it's like just instead of 1 projectile, it's gonna be 3, and it's gonna be dispersed. Then we have Seek, which you're not going to be able to see, but it's basically homing. Is going to find an enemy in a range, and is going to try to follow it and like move towards it. And we have Condense, which is going to generally reduce the area of impact. So you're going to have to be more precise when using Condense, but it's going to make the damage be more, and most likely the statuses that it applies is going to be longer. So for example, if non-condensed flame wave lasts 10 seconds, condense will last like 20 or something like that. Yeah, get more money to gamble more. Yeah, exactly. Homing and focus. Yeah, I'm not sure about the well, the names now are just spread, seek, and condense. Napple, you were asking, is using an MCP server to make pixel art AI? I'm not sure to what extent, but whatever makes the work for you, I'd say it is kind of maybe not AI directly, but it's like whatever like generates assets for you. It's like would fall into the same category. Names are fire, though. You didn't have to go that hard. Well, thank you. Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to show you that I have added is an ability that, well, this ability is not meant to be offensive. Like, it's not meant to deal a lot of damage. It's just so before we had weapons, right? And the cool thing about weapons was that you were able to quickly use something. Like, you had a tool to use when you were in tight situations where you needed to like do something pretty quick, and you maybe didn't really have enough time to do a cast, or it was easier to like just use the weapon, right? So now that we don't have weapons, I wanted to add something to cover that gap that the weapons left us, because in terms of functionality, like, you still needed something to like get out of tight situations. So that's why I added something that's super like just defensive. It's not meant to be used for attacking, even though you can use it for attacking. It deals like 1 damage, but you are going to see what it does, because it's it works on a cooldown, and you can't really use mana or anything to recharge it. You will just have to wait and it's a pretty long wait. I don't plan this to make this have a small cooldown, because I don't want you to spam this, but I want you to use this like be able to rely every so often on the use of this to improve your combat. So it's this. That's what it does. It's gonna push all of the enemies that are in range of this. And I did a pretty cool particle too. Let me pause the music for a moment, and let me get the volume up, because I want you to hear how this sounds, because I made some sound effects for a sound effect for this too. Let me get the volume. Okay. So let me get it to recharge. For now, I think it's up to like 20 seconds. And you can see like it has a bar that's gonna fill. And it also pops when it's ready again. So now I'm gonna get like zoomed out. And if I press Q, that's what it does. It's gonna push enemies away from you and deal just 1 damage. So it's basically just a tool for getting enemies away from you every so often. But as you can see, like, you're not going to kill anyone with this. It's just meant to push enemies. Voice from Solana. What? No cryptos. No cryptos over here. You can say, I mean, you can make another one named something like Puff, that is the opposite of condense. Basically, increase the impact area in cost of damage. I plan to have only 3, because if I start like adding more and more, there will be some edge cases where I won't be able to add to all the spells. And I have something pretty similar, like Spread. Spread could do that, depending on the spell, for example. But I do like the idea. It's just that I have something very, very similar, and I would like to keep it very limited in number. So there are like just 3 things that you can use universally, and you can like remember them, because that's one other important factor of this. You need to remember them in order to use them, so you don't have to like learn another combination, and you can get used to the combinations and not have to learn new combinations for all of your spells. Oh yeah, your avatar is a mage now, Asnok. It has not only 1, but two staffs. Awesome. Yeah, so that's those are the things that I've added most recently. I also have one thing to add before I publish a version of this on itch.io, and is one thing that was suggested by Nicked. And yeah, basically, so the thing that we that Nick suggested was, let me get over here. Enemy tier, history for recast. Nick said, I was thinking about one thing. What do you think about more recast slots, maybe 2 or 3, so that you can do something like that pre-game, or use a spell without removing your saved one? And yeah, I said the solution to this problem was making a separate spell slot that works as a history, just 1 slot to avoid gameplay complexity, and it's documented over here. So this is still to be added. And GameDev Gary's over here. What's up, GameDev Gary? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Did you let me show you this, because you've missed the new things. So let me give you a quick overview. But first, how are you? How's it going, GameDev Gary? Yeah, so basically now we have upgrades on the spells. You can select a spell, and it's gonna work like this, for example. This is the magic projectile. And if you want to upgrade it, you can do more combinations to upgrade it, and it's not going to cost you mana or anything. And apart from that, we also have modifiers, which are for basically casting more projectiles, like this, 3 instead of 1. We have homing, which is basically going to follow enemies. It's gonna go to them to hurt them. And there's another one which doesn't work with that spell, so I'm gonna switch to another spell. Yeah, let me get some kills first to get some mana. And it's condensed, which is basically going to reduce the area of attack, and it's gonna like concentrate all that power into something smaller. Yeah, that's why romanleco is the best. Well, thank you, dude. Thank you. Yeah, and this one thing, this is the last thing, and I was just finishing introducing it, which is this ability that you can also use now, which works on a cooldown. So you can't really spam this nor use mana to do this. It's just something that you can use as a tool every so often to get enemies that are super close to you, like away from you. And you can say, so you say, bro, watching this makes me want to get back to game making. Well, why not, dude? It is incredible time to get to game dev. In game dev, Gary, you say the improvement you've made to the spell casting system are really profound, in my opinion. Well, thank you, thank you. I think this is the version that I've liked the most of the spell casting that we have had so far. And it's, of course, thanks to thanks to you, of course, too, and thanks to Nicked, because, dude, Nicked, superstar. He has always been giving like super specific feedback on all of the versions. So really, I can't thank Nicked enough for like just writing the his ideas and what things he dislikes and likes about the game. And if you like to do that too, like, dude, feel free to do that in Discord. And yeah, whatever ideas you have or feedback you have for me, it's super, super helpful. So yeah, that's it. And what I was saying before is, well, this thing that I defined to basically solve them. Well, it was not a problem, but it was a suggestion by Nick, like having a history of the spells that you have casted, so you can not only recast something, but you could do like a recast of things that you had casted previously, not just the last thing, but maybe the 2 last things that you casted or 3 last things that you casted. And I ended up coming up with this. So let me explain what is the idea that I have, because I haven't implemented it yet. Yeah. Accurate emoji. Nick the cat OP in the chat. And game deck area, yeah, I read that already. And you can say, so you say, if you add some bass to SFX, it would be fire. Yeah, I think maybe it could use a little bit more oomph, like maybe it's a little bit stronger. I will be remaking the spells, or well, not just the spells. I have to remake them visually and how they sound too. So I will be remaking sound effects. So I will take that into consideration once I remake them. Locino la cocino. La Colino says, are you all aware of coin clipping and its consequences? What's that? Coin clipping? Not really. Welcome to the stream, though. Wait, where's Mijo? Mijo's over there. You can say Nick was always detailed for some reason. Wait, Nick has human hands. Yeah, Nick is human after all. Mijo say he got complimented so hard his game lagged out. No, dude, Nick is human. At least from what I can tell. Okay, so the thing that I plan to add is, well, do you really want to know everything over here? No. What do you care about this over here? I think you care about the main concept, just what it is. So yeah, an extension to the existing recast system. So the player is going to gain a second spell slot. So you're gonna have your regular last selected spell, like you can see over here in the UI. Like you can see over here in the UI. You can see there's like a slot that popped up where I can basically press R to recast, you know? So yeah, that is already in the game, and it's not going to get deleted. It's just gonna be, there's gonna be one more, maybe on top of it. I'm not sure where I'm going to place it, but there's gonna be another slot, which this one's gonna work a little bit different. So it is going to hold a spell which you will be saving. So instead of just automatically saving the last selected spell into the last selected slot, there will be another slot where you can basically choose when you want to save something. So let's say, for example, you are in the middle of casting something and you want to save that spell with that those upgrades and those modifiers. You're gonna do control, or well, it's just basically the controls don't matter. You're gonna be in the spell casting mode, and you're gonna hold R, or well, the keys don't matter, but it's gonna be the same key that you do for recasting. If you hold that key, you are going to save that spell. And if you want to use that spell that you have saved, and you have the mana that you need for using it, then you're gonna hold the recast key outside of the spell casting mode. So it's just gonna be one input that you're gonna be using for recasting and for saving and using things from that slot. So that solves the problem of basically what Nick proposed, of being able to basically make your loadout before you go to battle. So you can specifically cast or specifically save the things that you want into that slot, and that slot is not going to get cleared or go away until you decide to override it. So I think it's a pretty clean solution. It doesn't use many like more inputs, so I think it's overall pretty clean. Solves that problem. Not that hard to implement, so it's all upsides. Now I haven't implemented it yet, so I don't know how it will feel. It's something that we need to try. So if everything goes fine, it's gonna be kept. If it doesn't work as we thought it would work, it's just gonna get discarded. But I generally just like the idea. So yeah, I think as like you say, can I eat your game? Just wait until it's finished. You're gonna like it way more once it's cooked, once it's fully cooked, because now it's raw. If you eat the game now, you're gonna get sick because it's not fully cooked. But if you wait until release when it's fully cooked, I think you're gonna enjoy it way more. Yeah, so that's it. The journal overview. Upgrades are back. Modifiers are better. And we have an ability that pushes enemies. And the mana now works with segments. So that is it. Oh, also, I haven't shown you. Let me get to the boss. So I'll do a run to get to the boss. And while I do that, I can show you how powerful you can get your casts to be now that you have these modifiers. It is gonna be super like, it's gonna cost a lot, but you can do stuff like this. Yeah, after killing a lot of enemies, you can do pretty cool stuff. So let me get to the boss, because I wanted to show you that thing that happens with the mana. Like, you can get the upgrades. It's already implemented in the game that you can expand your basically your mana pool, how many pieces of mana you can accumulate after beating the big boy boss. Okay, so we are against him. And I think now... Oh. Yeah, now the battle against this guy is gonna be more like harder, because it was after last update it was super easy to beat this guy. I think now it is not super hard, but way harder than before. Because before you could accumulate the modifiers and stuff, and you can still do pretty cool stuff like this, but it's gonna take more to defeat him, because you can't really spam the modifiers that much anymore, because you need to use mana now, and things are regularly... Oh yeah, things are a little bit more balanced, like, as you can tell. Let me reset this, and I'm gonna cheat my way to that battle, because I don't want to do the rest of the battle. So let me get to the managers. Let me get to the wave manager. I'm gonna press play. The minimum subwaves set to 1, and now I should get to that battle straight to the battle. So you say, let me read you. Game you say, wow. And Asno, you say, well, now I know this anomaly happened on November 14, 2003. Yeah, and you can say, so you say, legendary. The boss, legendary. And Asno, you say, is Big Boy underage? Can he vote? Well, I don't think he has the intellect to vote. Like, I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to like hold a pen or something to vote. But I guess he does have rights to vote, and he's old enough to vote, so I guess he could, if he were able to hold pens or something without destroying them, and be able to like know what even is a vote or what he's voting for. Yeah, I forget that he's like so strong. And Stoner Jesus is over here. Says, Roman, my friend, how are you doing? Dude, it's a pleasure having you here again. Nice to hear from you. How is it going? How's it going? I'm doing well myself, but I want to know, how are you? How are you? Yeah, he seems more dangerous, Game Dev Gary. He is more dangerous. My PC specs, I can get them. I think I've shared them before. I'll be sharing them over... where could I share them? I know I have... Well, let me... let me pull it up. I'll pull it up at the end of the stream, or I'll share it on Discord, okay? Okay, I think I need to log in. Let me beat this guy. And I haven't really tried that much of... Okay. I haven't really tried that much of adding them... Oh, sorry, dude, I'm not sure what I'm saying. Okay. I haven't really tried the ability, like using the ability against this boss. But I made it so it's not going to be as effective against him, because he's like way heavier than all of the other enemies. Dude, you need to be ready all the time with this guy. Also, the hex modifier, or sorry, the hex overall does more damage now. So if you apply the hex, it is going to deal more damage. Previously, it was set to 1.25 multiplier of damage. Now it's 1.5. Okay, let me get this guy hexed. And now, yeah, it is harder now. It is harder now. But I think it's still, if you take your time to beat him, and you're not trying to rush him as I am, it is not going to be super um, difficult. And I think maybe I tweaked some modifiers too, or sorry, some functionality over there that was making him basically not receive, or receive too much damage. And now that's gone. So if you have trouble fighting him, you know why. Yeah, let me get... Dude, I'm not good under pressure. It's almost done, almost done. Okay, finally. Okay, now, that's what I wanted to show you all the time. Now you can see in the mana bar, we don't have 4 segments. We have a maximum of 6. So every time you beat him, it's gonna give you 2 more bars until you get to 12. Yeah, as I said before, in the full game, I'm going to link the event of giving you more of those mana bars or segments with the bosses of the game. Lieutenants are called in the game. So there are gonna be 4 lieutenants in the game. So I'm not sure which how many you're gonna be starting. Probably 4. And every time you beat one of those bosses, you're gonna get 2 more bars. So at the end of the game, you're gonna have 12 bars, which is quite a lot of mana to be using for recasting and generally like using modifiers and stuff. Yeah, now let me read you. Sorner, you say, I'm alive, I'm kicking, life been a little rough, but I'll push through. That's the attitude, dude. That is the attitude. So I'm very, very glad to know you're alive and kicking. It's good to know from you. You say, by the way, this looks amazing. Well, thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it, Stoner. And yeah, let me read you. Say, meanwhile, we're looking for a lost blimp. Just say them. Yeah, big boy is a golem. Hundreds year old. Yeah, he's quite old. And you can say, so you say, you're getting cooked by your own code. Yeah, I created my destruction. And you can say, so you say, can I be a lieutenant in the game? I haven't designed them. Maybe you could give me some ideas of what the lieutenants could be. But dude, I have a good idea. Dude, I know, maybe I'm too much of a fan. But I'd like to do something similar to what Berserk does with their apostles. I'm not sure if you are aware or interested in Berserk. But basically there are, and I don't want to spoil too much. So maybe cover your ears if you don't want to see you don't want to hear anything about Berserk. But yeah, basically in Berserk, there are these characters called the Apostles, and basically they look like normal people. And they have like a form of normal people. And the thing is, they can like change their, not only their appearance, but like basically it's like a guy, maybe a weird guy in at the beginning, and then when it comes to battle, it like shape shifts into a massive monster, basically. So I'd like to do something like that. Maybe you can kind of see, as you can see with the apostles in Berserk, they kind of resemble, their human form resembles a little bit of the features of what those monsters that they're going to become. So when they become their monsters, you can tell, okay, this guy that looked like a human was or is this monster. But basically, it's gonna be like starting as like basic battles against like regular mage, because they are lieutenants that are basically related to the final boss, which is the archmage. So yeah, they're gonna be like maybe casting some spells or stuff, and then they're gonna like become massive monsters, and they're gonna have like their own set of attack patterns and stuff like that. Oceans are salty because of underwater chefs? Where did you get that from? Game Deviary, you say, lieutenants, you got earth, next air, fire, and water. Yeah, the thing is, I don't have those elements in here. What I have is fire, magic. Well, there are actually kind of 4 elements. Yeah, there are 4 elements. And there are 4 regions, so one for each. If you count the final region, it's gonna be 5. So yeah, there could be one mini boss or one lieutenant for each element. So no element, which is like basic magic. We have fire, electricity, ice, and hex, which is like a concentrated form of magic, like a little bit more dark, or I don't know. It is another kind of magic. So yeah, they map pretty well to be able to map them to those elements if I were to do something like that. And you say, I mean, since Big Boy is rock, we can consider it is an element. Yeah, but I have so many things planned. Like, I'm just gonna like tell you this because you're probably not going to remember, or it's gonna be so long after I implement it that you're gonna forget by that moment. But in the future, I will have. I think I'm going to only do 2 or 3 bosses for the whole game on the open world. But what I plan to do to make this have more variety in the game is there are going to be different varieties or different variants of each of those bosses. So there's going to be 3, but maybe there's going to be a regular version, fire version, depending on, like, yeah, it could be like 5 versions because there are 5 elements, and then a night version that only appears at night. So that's how I plan to create variety for the game, because remember, I am only one guy, and I prefer having less enemies that are cooler to fight with than just having mediocre enemies all around the game. So I don't plan to have a lot of enemies, but I do plan to have variety on the enemies that are implemented to be basically cool to fight against. And Sonar, you say, I still want to reach out, buddy. I've had to make a new Discord, so I gotta rejoin your channel. Lol. Yeah, no worries, no worries. You say, yo, I'll hook you up with a link to my server. Okay. Also, I'm not sure if your server can the people from the Discord join your server too? Because if that's the case, send it over on self promo so everyone can see the link, and I'll be joining from there too. And if people from the server also want to join, they can join there, so everyone can see your link to join your server sooner. And you say Twitch has been so twitchy lately. I've been getting shadow banned this week 6 damn times, bro. It's messed. But why? Do you know why? Maybe do you have a hunch why that may be happening? And as long as you say humans only use 10% of their brains because the other 90 is reserved for software updates. Yeah, tell Microsoft about that. Wait, Big Boy's Rock Johnson. And the Blood Moon version, which is ultra rare. I'll keep that. I'm not sure if I'll be implementing. Dude, I have so many things to do now that I have defined them more. I have so many things to do over here for the next big version, which is going to be beta 3.x whatever. But yeah, Blood Moon, because at some point I will be doing a weather system. And Art is over here, says, yo, what's up, Art? Welcome to the stream. How's it going, dude? It's good to have you over here. And you said crazy to see Roman wearing a coat. Dude, this is the most comfiest things I have, like, in my whole closet. It is very, very nice, and I'm enjoying the weather over here. It's kind of cold, so I'm in the coziest attire that I could possibly be wearing. So how are you, dude? How are you, Art? I just make the night version red and give it 5 times power. Um, yeah, I'll see about that. But I do like the concept of having a blood moon. Blood moon. I think the most complicated thing would be like making assets for every region of the game to have a blood moon state. You know. And yeah. Yeah, it is winter, or well, I think it's not winter yet, but we're approximating winter, and it's getting colder. Well, it's not a no, not a foray, not a foray, dude. Well, I can't beat the allegations now because these things have like ears. But trust me, I'm no furry, not into furry stuff. And I just just did a build for the test server. Nice. How has work been doing, or how have you been dealing with work lately, Art? Anything exciting to share apart? Well, the test server, or having a build for the test server, is pretty exciting, to be honest. And Stoner, you say, yeah, it's public. I appreciate the hell out of you, man. Yeah, no worries, man. It's a pleasure. And I reached out to Twitch last Friday. I was told I was flagged by the automatic system, their AI system, and that my patience was appreciated. Dude, I've seen so many channels on YouTube get flagged too by their automatic systems. It is incredibly bad because I'm not sure how it works on Twitch. I hope it works better than on YouTube, because on YouTube, if you get banned by an automatic system, um you have to either accept it, like, yeah, I just got banned, or have a decent enough following that you can like appeal, or get lucky. Like that's your options. Those are your options. And as long as you say, bro, we are having 40 plus degrees. Uh, yeah, I think you're like in the opposite weather of me. But 40 degrees is crazy. It's just crazy. And Mijo say looks cozy. What is FS? But yeah, it is cozy. It's very cozy. And I just say so relaxing now. Go on, enjoy the relaxation, dude. New update should be live soon. Up to Google. Did they tell you like a date, or do you define that? And Stoner, you say I would get further assistance. This is not further assistance, so now I'm waiting on emails. Yeah, it is a shame. Like these things suck. And are you saying most of the changes are in infinite mode? Also, a leaderboard is there now. Cool. And you can say so yourself. I'll be departing now. See you later, guys. Well, thank you for joining and for chatting. Really, really appreciate it. You can say so. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye. Enjoy the weekend. Sooner you say, well, after it's happened 6 times, I reached out today and I got told the exact same thing. I would get further assistance. This is not further assistance, so now I'm waiting on email. Yeah, that's the previous message. So, oh, FS is for sure. Okay, yeah. But this time I said no. That I would get further assistance. And yeah, leaderboard, nice, dude. You're gonna be captivating Nick now that he can be competitive with the leaderboards. And as Nokia say, but my room is still under 20. Well, quite an enjoyable temperature. Also, hazard system. It's very rough. Just that the team wanted it in to experience, but no balance work is done on it. Well, that will come later. Like first, it's I guess like trying it, like making it work, like trying it, and then see what happens after. Godfather say I'm giving away 3,000 gold to the first person who spammed Nicked is a cat for 10 times. Okay, I think I'm gonna be leaving it here. So yeah, because I've already shown you like all of the things I worked on today. So let me get my background back. So thank you once again for joining. Really, really appreciate you guys. And enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the weekend. Hopefully next week. Or no. This weekend I will be posting. Or yeah, I'll be uploading a new version, which hopefully will be the latest or the last 2.x version of the game. And you give me your feedback. You try it out. I'll be posting it or releasing it this weekend. And next week, the work on beta 3.0 is gonna be starting. So yeah, that is it for today. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Take care. Also, check Stoner Jesus is gonna post an invitation to its Discord channel over on our Discord. So if you're interested, just join. Bye bye. Oh, new update for Valheim. I'll be DMing you. Bye bye, guys. Take care. Bye, Art. Bye, Stoner. Bye, Godfather. Bye, Asnog. Bye, Nicked. Bye, Mijo. Bye, you can say so if you haven't really left yet. Bye, Game Dev Gary. Bye, everyone.